So a lot of the time, magnesium tablets are made with magnesium oxide, which is only 4% bioavailable. That's because it's not very water soluble, so it's very difficult to get it into the cells on the interior of your body. It just passes through, in and out of the digestive system, and a lot of the time causes diarrhea. Then there are magnesium chelates. So that's magnesium made in a laboratory by joining magnesium with an amino acid, for instance, of some kind. So that makes up different types of magnesium: magnesium glycinate, magnesium taurate, magnesium, etc. That's made in a laboratory with fillers, binders, coatings, all sorts of other ingredients where the stomach has to digest all of that. And if you don't have enough stomach acid, good luck with that one. Then you have to get that high amount of magnesium that's in the tablet through the gut wall and absorbed in the small intestine, which doesn't have the capacity to take a large amount of magnesium in one go. So our bowel is designed to be able to take up the magnesium that would be normally in food and water, that would be naturally occurring in spring water and foods. And several studies have shown that the more magnesium that was ingested, so the higher the concentration, the more magnesium was lost in the digestive system. Just went down the toilet, just didn't get through the wall of the bowel to the interior where they could test it in the bloodstream. Don't be deceived by the fact that it's not giving you diarrhea. That doesn't necessarily mean you're absorbing it through the gut wall to the interior of the body, where it circulates and is able then to be used by tissue cells. However, if you use food grade magnesium chloride salt, it's a natural salt, the most abundant magnesium salt found in surface waters on our planet. So the most benefit the studies have shown is small amounts of magnesium. It might be less, a lot less than 200 milligram, often less than 100 milligram had the best chance of getting through. Those tablets that may show 400 or 500 milligram of magnesium glycinate, you're lucky to get 10 or 13% of that actually being magnesium. You can add magnesium back in, which makes it a beautiful tasting electrolyte drink, because that magnesium in your drinking water is at a low dose. That's what can get across the gut wall to the interior. So if you use 10 drops per litre and drink 3 litres every 24 hours, you're getting well over 200 milligram actually passing through the gut wall and going in. But if you took all of that 200 milligram in one go, the majority would be lost and only a smaller part gets through the gut wall. In all its various forms, so in your drinking water, you can use it as a spray on, we've got various moisturizers, beautiful anti-aging creams, all with magnesium that can be taken up so easily through the skin. Why your stomach needs to digest tablets and powders, that means pull all the individual components apart, is that it needs to get that magnesium ion as a single, separated from all the other bits that it comes with. Only in the ionic form can cells take it up through membrane channels. Why go through all that work and all that time and hours of digestion just to get a little bit getting through, when you can get a lot more getting through when you use the magnesium chloride salt straight away without having to digest anything? Why magnesium chloride is so favored by the body more than anything else is because chlorides represent the most abundant negatively charged electrolyte in the whole body. We use chloride for many processes. Chloride has to be part of sodium chloride or potassium chloride or calcium chloride. So it makes those elements fully water soluble and able to be used by the body, because that's what turns those elements into ions that the cells can use and take up. So extracellular elements need to be more sodium and calcium, and inside cells the majority of electrolytes are potassium and magnesium. And this differential between inside and outside the cell holds the cell membrane charged, so the right things happen, the waste can come out, the good nutrients can come in, there's a transport mechanism that works better, but you need the right charge of the membrane for the membrane of the cell to work properly. And when that membrane doesn't have enough magnesium, things don't work well. It can get depolarized, it can get looser. That means it will lose water, it will lose moisture from the cell, and behind that, the potassium leaks out as well. You can't afford to have too much potassium loss because that can give you a heart attack. So you need the charge of the cell membrane to be maintained by adequate magnesium, and that holds most of the magnesium inside the cell, including the potassium and the chloride, which is needed to make everything fluid and usable at the cellular level. So we need a lot of chlorides in the body, you're more likely to be able to get a good uptake when you're using the magnesium chloride salt either orally in a lower dose, a naturally occurring type of dose, or higher doses through the skin, because the skin is the largest organ of the body and it acts as a reservoir, so it can capture more magnesium and hold it there for longer periods of time till the body's ready to take it up and use it in its own time. And it's all self-regulating. You can never use too much that way. It's just beautiful and a perfect system. Thank you, nature.